Welcome to Whiskey Bandit Reviews. I'm Eric.
And I'm Josh.
Today we have an Alberta Premium Canadian Rye Whiskey. This one's aged 20 years. Is it better after 20 years? We're going to let you know.
So let's drink on that.
All right, Josh, so we have the Alberta Premium Canadian Rye Whiskey, which we've had this version of.
Yes.
This version,
And
excellent, 66% alcohol.
I cannot speak highly enough of that version. Like he said, 66%. It will knock your socks off. And it is just almost, to me, a gold standard of whiskey.
Yeah. Definitely for ryes.
Yeah.
It's one of the best ryes that I've had. That one is sent to me from my buddy McKee from the land of whippersnippers and Super Mario Brothers.
Shout out.
Shout out to you, McKee. So,
Yeah. Good dude. Big fan.
all right, so he sent us one of these. We're like, oh, that's amazing. So then he sent us a 20-year version, which, looking into it already, people say doesn't quite live up to the hype as the other one, which we will do a review on.
Yeah. I know first thing that I notice is the significant difference in proof. Mm-hmm. We're talking like 50, plus 50 difference, I think, right?
In the proof, yeah, because this one comes in at a whopping 42% alcohol, so 84 proof. This one comes in at 66%.
Yeah,
So
132.
132 proof. So that's nuts.
That is quite
So
a substantial difference.
Is the extra age going to enhance that? I don't know. I don't know what the age statement is on this one. Okay, so the cask strength Alberta Premium, the Google machine is telling us a minimum of 5 years.
Yeah. Can't really find a definitive age statement. Anything that I see on there, though, says at least 5 years. So
yeah, and we know it comes in a sick bottle. So let's see what this one's looking like. Yep, same bottle.
Same bottle, different
With a big
color.
old 20 on the front.
Different color label, right? Is the other one
Put
green?
that one on over there. Let's have a look-see.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Excellent. Very cool bottle. I love the textures on it. So, one thing that we've always kind of noted on these, which is kind of a sticking point for Eric, as you guys have realized by this point, it's not a corked whiskey, so he doesn't get that.
It's got a screw cap.
Yeah. Doesn't get that cool pop that he always loves and appreciates.
You're calling yourself premium. Alberta Premium. You put a screw cap on it? You're lucky it's good, because I would destroy it for that. And then it says it in French, which says, Exceptionnellement suave, de douces notes de caramel. Yeah, we're not French. So
That was
fun little fact. Everything you
something.
get from Canada has French on it, too.
Yeah. Definitely one of the oldest whiskeys that I've had.
Yeah.
20 years, obviously, is quite an age statement. So
Yeah, I don't know if I've had anything over 20 years. Maybe. I know I've had 20-year Pappy.
Yeah.
But
I think that's probably about the only thing that I've had in that. What was the 17-year one that we had a while back?
Heaven Hill,
Yeah.
which was delicious. I'd love to get my hands on that. So if anybody wants to send one of those in, we'll review the shit out of it. Cork pop. Okay, just a nice colored rye. It's kind of darker than some ryes that you get.
I really appreciate that they went with the green label on here to signify the rye. It's got that really cool, like, kind of dark red and gold detail to it. It's a pleasant looking color scheme. And as we've already noted, the bottle itself is just
Yeah,
it's
I love the
so
bottle.
awesome.
They've got to get rid of this screw cap and at least put one of those plastic stoppers on there, like you see in like New Riff and stuff like that. At least one of those. I mean, like what is this? Like soy sauce? Like, what are we doing, guys? You're a whiskey company. 20 years. That's exciting.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I got a little ahead of you on there. You can smell the age.
Okay.
I'm
It's a little
getting
musky.
little musky, very, very woody. Or to me, anyway.
It's almost more like Scotch rim from the... There's no alcohol. Don't smell any alcohol, hardly. Yet. This reminds me a lot of Scotch, which is typically underwhelming for me. But
It gives me like a cozy feeling, the smell. Like I feel like I'm sitting in like a cabin somewhere. It's kind of got that like outdoorsy almost kind of smell. Like you're sitting next to like a pile of campfire wood.
But when I just think of ryes, and then stemming off of rye bourbons, but specifically ryes, when I think about the Wilderness Trail rye or even the Bullet rye, which is $30-$40, it smells better than this.
Bullet Rye, shout out Tyler Childers.
Raise a toast.
Shout out. Yeah, I'm getting a hard time getting anything past the...
It just smells old.
Yeah.
Not much more than that, because you get some really basic rye notes, which is what I always think with rye. It's green. It smells like green stuff. Like it smells like grass. Smells like hay.
Yeah, I probably could get the hay a little bit.
But
it's really hard to get past smelling the age.
yeah, it's like when you open an old book. You know it's an old book because it's got that smell. That's kind of what this is like. Maybe really faint, leathery,
Yeah.
kind of.
Almost like a cigar bar.
Yeah,
like
but
the kind of scent that you get in there, because it's always a little musky. It's always kind of, they got like the leather and stuff in there going on.
yeah, I feel this whiskey needs to be in a humidor. Yeah, and probably a not so pleasant smell that I get off of it. Kind of smells like someone who's sweaty.
Oh God. Is that me?
No,
Are you smelling me?
no, but
I don't really get that, so now I'm nervous I stink.
I get no sense of alcohol from it at all. So I'm ready to dive into the taste whenever you are. The
Yeah.
nose, underwhelming.
Yeah.
It smells old.
It's different, to say the least, and like you said, it just smells old.
And a little faint. Okay, tastes like rye.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you drink bourbon and then you have some Canadian whiskey after that, that is this with rye. If you've had some rye whiskey and then get the Canadian whiskey version of it, it'd be this, which I think is just kind of toned down a bit. And that seems like I'm hating on it already, but I'm not. It's just toned down from what this is.
Yeah, I think
Same company, some of the best stuff we've ever had.
I think part of what I'm having to try to block out of my mind right now is to compare it back to that one. We all know Canadian whiskey is a little bit of a different realm. These are ryes, so it kind of departs from the Crown Royals and things like that. That one, the cask strength that we have over there, though, definitely holds its own with pretty much just about any rye whiskey that we've had. I had in my mind that one coming into this one. Don't want to use the words let down, but
I'll take that all day over this.
Yeah. It just kind of puts you into a different box than that one.
Yeah. Now, what I will say is positive about it. I just took a drink right before you started what you were talking about, and like I'm still tasting it.
Yeah.
Like,
the tasting notes I feel like are pretty pleasant,
the
and
finish
they last.
is very, very long. I don't know. It's got more of kind of like a drier feel than kind of like an oily type of thing, and it lasts for a while.
Yeah, definitely does.
Like I'm still tasting it, and it's pleasant. I like that.
Yeah, I really do appreciate the tasting notes that I'm getting off of it.
A little minty.
Okay.
Or like now that I've not had a drink in a while, and what I'm rolling with still, it feels like I had like a piece of gum or a peppermint like a couple minutes ago.
I've been on the sweeter side with it a little bit. Kind of the.
It's definitely sweet.
I would like to say probably something in the realm of like a butterscotch candy, somewhere kind of in that range.
Yeah. Now this is where it is very strong. Is the taste is very good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Very pleasant. Like you said, it's sweet, and it is that kind of desserty kind of candy sweet even, but there's no punch to it at all. You would almost not think that you're drinking alcohol.
Yeah. I could definitely see that.
Some people like. I mean, not everyone likes what we like, and that's the good thing about whiskey is there's
it's so broad.
It's whatever you like.
And it's subjective. I love that. Me and you can sit side by side, drink the same thing, get totally different notes out of it.
Now, I think someone who probably predominantly prefers Scotch, I think would love this.
This, I feel like, is a very good bridge between a traditional whiskey and a Scotch.
Yeah.
It doesn't really fit the mold for either, so it kind of blends them together a little bit, but it does it well.
I mean, not that it's like malty, because it's not.
Yeah.
It's tamed down more and more of a flavor profile, which we enjoy. I guess what people who don't like bourbon would say is like harsh or like too high of a level of alcohol, which we like. Like, I want to know I'm drinking whiskey.
Right.
This is something you could sit on and sip for a while, and a lot of it probably. Yeah, I enjoy it. I'm happy I have it. I can't remember how much he said it costs, and it might be significantly more. If it is, that's unfortunate. But anything that's 20 years old, I would expect. I'm not sure I'm going to score it, because if this had any punch to it at all, it would go significantly higher. But it's 84 proof, and it tastes like it. I guess just read off what the tasting notes are on there. Are we missing anything?
All right. So
Not in French.
Aroma... Definitely not on par with what we're getting. Aroma says buttery caramel, rich vanilla, a hint of spice and wood.
I can get the wood and vanilla. That's about it, which is standard with about any whiskey.
Yeah. Taste ultra smooth. I would agree with that.
Very much so.
Sweetness from caramel and toffee notes. Okay. Yeah, toffee. I could see that.
Yeah. Yeah, because we said it's got that sweet kind of candy taste to it.
Yeah.
For sure.
Combining with the spiciness of rye, don't really get the spiciness a whole lot. A little bit, but
no,
not a whole lot.
I don't.
Underlying wood, befitting a liquid aged for 20 years.
If I were to set aside that I didn't know it was 20 years old, would I think differently of it? And I think yes, but I do know it's 20 years old.
It definitely does make a difference knowing that.
We may be way off here.
I think it's kind of one of those things that we like to set aside the price ranges and things like that.
And go lower.
I'm sitting here thinking about going lower, to be honest.
Not the worst I've ever had, but nowhere near the best I've ever had. Can't even buy a ticket to the ballpark of the best I've ever had.
Right.
But I love that it's 20 years old. I love that. And the thing is that they've watered it down so much because they want you to get the flavor profile of what 20 years tastes like. And that's understandable. I mean, you can't go and make like 110 proof of something that's 20 years older. You're going to have like none of it hardly. So it makes sense.
Yep.
I'm not upset with that at all. It affects the overall quality of it to me. But that's where I'm at with it.
Yeah, I'm about the same. I'm pleased overall. It's not something that I expected from it, really. Especially having that kind of age statement on it. Maybe a little let down, but also still think it's pretty
the flavor's great.
Yeah.
The flavor's really good. Score, I have this, a 6.9.
Okay, so we ended up a few tenths difference, but pretty close. I had 7.3.
Okay. I originally had a 7.1, and then I said, I don't think it breaks the 7.1 category, but that's where it's going to land is the 7.1. So I think that's just.
Yeah, I think it's just kind of based off of our past and how we've been scoring things. I think it's a deserving landing spot for it.
Yeah, I think it is a 7.1, which is the lower end of what we've reviewed yet, but we've only reviewed like 5 or 6.
It's just so hard to talk about Alberta Premium and not revert back. But
I do hold it in high regard, and I'm so thankful for McKee for ever sending it to us because it's really opened our eyes to that.
It's very cool
Yeah.
to drink something with that kind of age statement. Like
Absolutely.
even though it seems like we maybe were a little underwhelmed with it.
Yeah, we
like,
definitely shit on it a little bit, but
the flavors of it honestly are really good.
they are.
There's just a couple things that I wish were a little different with it, but
It's-
overall,
All right, so I'm happy with it. Awesome piece to have in the collection, and again, thanks to McKee for that.
thanks, McKee.
Yeah, that's all I've got. So we'll catch you next time for the next review that we have coming up. Who knows what it'll be or when it'll be. All right, take care.
See you guys. Has it got France on it?
From. Canadians.